What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about high functioning narcissists. And I figured I would I've heard the term before, even though it's not like a medical diagnosis. I've still heard the term, and I just couldn't picture it. And see, me, I'm not a visual learner. I have to really go through the experience or something to really get the real feel of what it is. And so, being back at work today and everything, I noticed what a high functioning narcissist do. And some of the signs of a high functioning narcissist, when you know, in fact, that they are a narcissist. So back at work today, I said, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to join this crowd that has been, trained and brainwashed to stay away from me. So y'all remember when I showed y'all something a little while back on a community board with, something that just kind of describes like division amongst two groups or among a group and one other person, which that one other person was me. And I asked the question, who's being divisive, on the picture? And someone said, both of you, the person who's by themselves and the group, except one of them is doing it for a reason, y'all know why I separate myself from the group, which I really didn't separate myself from the group. The group was trained to stay away from me, and I'm not going to run behind the group. So I decided to join that group today. I decided to start the day off, start the year off fresh and new, as I always do. But I made the choice to join this group that has been told to stay away from me, just to see how they will react. And so it's like being a part of something that haven't really had that chance to have you, amongst them. It's like you see how much I don't know, it's just like, and I don't want y'all to take this like, oh Lord, like I'm not being vain about it, but it's just like you kind of make their day just by being with them, just by spending a moment's time with them, just by hanging around. It's like you make their day. They hear your voice, and it's like, it's just like it lightens up their day. They happen to have you there. Like, we're glad you joined us. And it's that fake warm welcoming. Some of them are like, they let their guard down and they like, you're a good time. You're fun to be around. And the high functioning narc, mind you that they created this separation. They wanted this division between you and the group. So they have to pretend like they're okay with the fact that you're there, but you're not really interacting with them. The group, they're so, they're just embracing the moment. They're in the moment. They're not paying attention to you and the narcs interaction, because there isn't any. They're not paying attention to that because you're conversating with everyone, and it's like you make eye contact with every single person around the table, and the narc is there, but you make eye contact with everyone, and you don't make eye contact with the narc. The narc is picked up on it. They know that there's still that they know that it's still what's the word, that boundary. They know that there's still a boundary that you have set in place. And no matter if you are here or far, they still have to follow those boundaries. So the thing about it is, they don't want to risk, the mask slipping and them showing their true colors within the group. It's easier for them to do it when you're away from that group. So the high functioning narcissists, they got to keep their cool. It's like you're forcing them to be this person that just has to accept the fact that, okay, you can be with us even if you don't want to talk to me. It's like they take on that attitude, but they can't let the group see them this way. That's the mask slipping. They're not going to let that happen. The mask is loose now, and they're holding the mask up. They got to keep it up. They can't be hands free. They got to hold their mask up to their face so that the group can, like be fooled by the fact that it is bothering them that you are amongst this group that they try to separate you from, and separate the group from you and smear your name to the group. And you just like brush that off and like, just having good conversations with these people and talking about work. And there's no leader in the group. There's no one who's able to dominate the conversation. They have it in them. Their urge to just want to, they have an urge to just want to speak out and say something to go against you. But it's like they don't want to risk the chance of, people saying like, everything was going good. Like, what's wrong? What's the problem? Are you okay? So they don't want anyone to question them. So they just kind of keep quiet. And it's like it's a punishment to them. So that's what I look at as a high functioning narcissist. It's like they're able to fit in a crowd, and it's difficult for you to separate them from anyone else. But a person who really knows a narc and who has really dealt with so much with them, the difference between when they're able to like just when they really can't contain their true emotions, aside from just being a high functioning person in society. So I hope I explained, I hope I'm explaining this well enough. But that's my definition of a high functioning narcissist. I'm not going by any textbook terms, no medical terms or anything like this. I'm going by what I was able to observe today. I'm a very observant person. And it's like sometimes, like I told y'all, I'm not advising anyone to do this. I like to put the narc to the test because I feel safe when doing so. But I'm not advising anyone to do this. And I just decided to come up with my own experiment today and do something different from what I normally do at work amongst the narc. Y'all seen what I posted last night. Today I returned back to work in the hellhole. What I mean by hellhole is being with the narc. Not everyone at work. The problem is not the people at work. The problem is definitely not the job. The problem is the narcissist. And but yeah, I decided to just try something different today, and I noticed how they are able to, become this high functioning narcissist because they are forced to contain their true feelings and emotions in the moment of not being able to have control of you. They have to put on that act. It's like the narc is the narc all day. So don't think because they're high functioning that, don't get it confused. Like a person who doesn't really recognize narc abuse, they will get it confused with someone who, like it's hard for you to determine who they are. But it's not hard for me to determine who they are because I judge things based on experience. And you just have to show me, you have to show me that you are different from that. I could only judge you based on how you treated me, especially for a long period of time. And it's been years. And the narc's colors is not changed. I don't think it's going to change. No amount of prayer can change them. They don't want to change. Listening to some of the conversations today, it's just the same old with this person. They have the same toxic energy. And it's like they tried their best to, just fit in, just be normal. But I can see it. It's like, I know it's killing you. I know you're miserable right now. I know you just want to rage out and just, cause a lot of division because this is not what you had planned for the day. Things went totally different from what they had planned. And I just totally ruined the day for them instead of allowing them to ruin the day for me. And that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm going to come and shift that energy the best that I know how without just completely draining myself. I'm just going to do something different and experiment and give the narcissist something that they wasn't looking forward to. And what I mean by high functioning, is this: they know how to blend in with normal people and have a normal conversation and not feel the need to always have the spotlight and be noticed. She was still very rude and had rude outbursts and just burping out loud and everything to just draw attention on them. I tuned it out and was able to still, congregate and hold these good conversations with people without even, I'm not paying attention to that. I'm tuning you out, even though I'm right across the table from you, and it kills them when you don't give them attention that they feel so entitled to. High functioning narcissists, it's like they can hold their weight. They can hold the weight of so many things that make them want to just break down, And high function narcissists are like people who have a high tolerance of pain. They're able to just take it. I remember when my baby girl went to get her shots when she was a baby. I don't know if she was like 6 months old or almost a year old. And she had to get like 4 or 5 shots that day. And she just took it. It's a baby, but this a baby though. And she just took the shots. And the doctor was like, wow. The doctor was telling the nurses at her little pediatric clinic appointment. And I was just like, I had to get on the phone and call my aunts. Like, she didn't budge, she didn't cry, she just sat there sucking her pacifier. And my baby, she ate them shots up like it was nothing. Just like I was able to stay at home in labor with my first child. I sucked it up and I was like just challenging my own strength just to see how much I can handle being in labor. This is my first pregnancy. And I stayed at home until I dilated 8 centimeters. If I'd have stayed at home a little longer, I would have been giving birth at home. And I did that because not only was my first childbirth, I was by myself. I didn't have the support system I need. I know this is a little off subject, but I took it in. I handled it, even though I didn't feel like I should have been going through that. I didn't have that support I needed from the father. He was there, in the physical sense, but not in the mental sense. He wasn't there emotionally for me. He wasn't there to comfort me. It was just a body. He was just taking up space. And it's like he refused to give me this attention that I needed, because narcissists, they don't care about how pain feels to you. They just can't level with you on it. It's about them at all times. Even during the time that you're in excruciating pain, they don't care about that, because now you're taking attention off them. I'm the one in labor and need to be rushed to the hospital. But not to say that I wasn't in pain. Of course I was. I was almost at the point of giving birth at home. When I made it to the hospital, I was already 8 centimeters straight out of the car to the hospital bed. Right into the delivery room. So it's just like, that's just something to think about when you're wondering, like, okay, so what's going on now? Like, why are you showing me this side of you? Maybe you did something that the narcissist wasn't expecting, and so now they have to be high functioning in that moment, so that it won't expose who they are if they just completely flash out and show that other side of them. So, but anyway, that's all I want to talk about today. I really wasn't planning on uploading a video today because I don't want to overload y'all with videos, but if there's something you want, I can kind of give y'all an update on work every single day this week. We only have a 4-day work week this week because we just went back today, but I'll probably do that and then be back to my regular scheduled videos next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, unless I have like a story time which I'll be doing on Thursdays. So thank y'all for watching. Leave your thoughts down below. I'm going to head inside and talk to you soon.